31 days, 31 seeds, encouraging lives by sowing seeds of hope and determination. Day 11. You've heard the saying, hurt people hurt people. Is that a fact or is that fiction? Well, I can feel it's very much a fact, because when someone's been hurt, the first thing you feel is anger. And when you feel angry, you lash out. And sometimes when you're angry, you're not thinking clearly and you lash out at the wrong people. Hence, hurt people hurt people. Though, the seed I'm going to give you today for seed 11 is very valuable. It was a life changer for me, and it can completely change the way you communicate with people, the way you react with people, and the way you end up feeling once you walk away from conversations with people. I had a person in my life who I adored. I absolutely adored. I had him on a pedestal, and I just thought this man had the kindest heart, and he was so super intelligent. It was absolutely amazing. I would put myself out for this guy every day of my life, basically. I would set myself aside to help this man because I just thought he was so generous and loving and kind and intelligent. I put a lot of years of love and intent into this person, thinking that they were someone that they weren't. And then one day, they just completely went off on me, screaming and yelling, beat red in the face, and I was at the top of a staircase, and they literally intended for me to go backwards down the staircase. Now, had it not been for another friend that I had known for 10 years who was teaching me at the time to lean in, I probably would have reacted like most people, stumbled and went back away from the lunge towards me. I would have thrown myself down the staircase. But since I had been practicing with another friend to lean in, when he lunged at me in anger, I leaned in. She had also taught me that when people's voices start to raise, to lower mine. The louder they get, the softer I get. If it wasn't for that wonderful friend of mine teaching me how to lean in, I probably would have tumbled down the staircase backwards that day, and who knows if I would even be on video speaking with you. When I left that situation, realizing what the intention was, I was devastated. I was hurt, beyond hurt. I felt used, abused, taken advantage of, lied to. All the reasoning for this person to scream and yell at me the way they did made no sense. They gave me no purpose for it, and I was left wondering what in the world just happened. Who is this person? I'm literally in tears. Now I'm embarrassed, right? Because I have all these emotions. Of course I wanted to act out, and if I'm honest, I did act out a few times, and I did tell a few people what had transpired because I wanted the people to see who this person was. And to be honest with you, the reaction I got from that was really shocking. Most people defended him because they thought he was the person I had thought he was before, or they just brushed it off. The seed that I learned that changed everything when I communicate with people, absolutely everything, is. One of my friends put a post up recently, and it basically said, when someone's cruel to you, stop and look at them deeply, and you will see their pain. Well, here, this person I was just telling you about that just reacted so violently towards me, and I really feel had the intent of trying to have me throw myself backwards down a staircase. When I started digging in and meeting other people who knew him, I found out that he had been ridiculed horrifically as a child and teased, and horrible things were done to him. He was a very intelligent person. He was teased about his intelligence, and he had been molested as a little boy, and no one had acknowledged it. No one had done anything. He literally had to deal with all of that emotion on his own as a child. So as Dr. Phil would say, I don't say why, I say why not. Of course he would end up being this way. It was a tragedy what happened to him. No one should go through that kind of abuse as a child, to be bullied, ridiculed, tormented, and molested. No child, no human being should go through that. I can have empathy for him now to understand why he's so mean and angry. And I can forgive him and understand why he's so mean or angry. But that doesn't mean I need to let him into my life. The greatest seed I have learned through all of this is when anyone says anything that is cruel or horrible or nasty to you, and all of a sudden you feel hurt. You feel that immediately. When someone says something to you that is sideways, you feel it in your spirit immediately. You feel like someone just stabbed you with words. And immediately you're either going to be angry, embarrassed, sad, I don't know what, a million ways people can make you feel. But what I have learned is the secret. The minute you get that feeling like, what did they just say to me? You stop. And remember, one seed was silence. We stop. We get quiet. And we look at them. And we think, who hurt you? And how have you been hurt? Because in the end, it's not about me. If someone says something cruel and awful to me like he did to me, it wasn't about me at all. Even though he was using my name and throwing things at me, it wasn't about me. It was about him and how he feels inside and the anger he has inside of him and the anguish he has inside of him. It is literally just like the story someone told, that when someone is full of all this anger and meanness, they're like this big garbage truck raging through the city streets. There's no tarp on the top. And here you're just sitting minding your own business at a stop sign, and their truck comes raging around the corner and it throws all this trash on you. Now you're sitting there gooped in trashy sewage from this person's emotions. You immediately want to fall into that and now have all these emotions when we don't have to. We get to make a choice, and we get to stop and look and say, now wait a minute, that's your emotion. I don't know what hurt you, and I don't know why you need to be such an angry, mean, or derogatory person, but I don't have to accept that. I can realize that your anger is not about me. Day 11, seed 11, the minute you feel someone say something to you that makes you either feel embarrassed, less than, angry, stop for a minute and think, is that even really about you? Maybe it has nothing to do with you. And in that case, go on about your merry day. Because I love you and I want you to love you. I will see you tomorrow for seed 12.